I was coaching my daughter's AAU basketball team and had an assistant coach, and his name was Kenny Taylor, and he was just a happy, affable guy, loved basketball, very enthusiastic, never thought there were any issues at all, and got a phone call one night that he had killed his wife Belinda and then himself. And the girls were 14 and 12 at the time, Kaylee Taylor and Kiana, and they came home and found their parents after school in their home. And so the girls and I knew we couldn't do anything to bring the parents back, so we wanted to show them we cared, and so we started the Taylor Tip-Off as a charity basketball tournament, and it became so successful, and unfortunately other tragedies in the state happened a couple years later, leaving more children without parents, that we decided to keep doing it. And so now we're at the point where we work with the governor's office, the attorney general's office actually, who has an advocacy department that helps the families that go through trial, and all of that helps them cope and deal with the legal issues of adopting their own grandchildren and that kind of thing. In most cases it's grandparents. They're raising their grandchildren, but they're grieving the loss of their own child. They've lost their own child, and now they have to comfort their grandchildren in the loss of their parent. And it's hard to imagine what that's like. And so when a complete stranger, I'm always a stranger to them in the first year, and strangers who do all the generous donating, come into the living room with a check for, we usually do, average is around $2,000 per child. In some cases there's 2, 3, or 4 children. We've gone into living rooms with $4,000, $6,000, $8,000 and handed a check over. It's very overwhelming. They're overwhelmed not just by the dollar amount, but by the generosity that others have shown. And that's what keeps me going, is just that show of goodness in the face of, real tragedy. People can donate in any number of ways, and the generosity is always just so inspiring every single year. We have teams that join that raise money. Some kids do bottle drives, some kids do shooting contests. Different teams handle it different ways. So the teams, instead of an entry fee into the tournament, in this case it's a donation to the Taylor Memorial Fund. And it's not the team that wins the most games in this tournament, it's the team that raises the most money that is our champion. And so we have an online donation site, and so teams can challenge each other and raise money from all across the country, parents, family and friends across the country. Domestic violence is a difficult subject to talk about because there is some stigma around it, and it's just difficult. It's sad and it's complicated, but it's really, really important. Oftentimes when a woman is murdered in a domestic violence case, it's when she's trying to get away from the man who is hurting her. So it's real, it's out there, and it's an important subject for us to be aware of and to talk about and to identify, and for young girls to feel comfortable if they see a girlfriend with an unhealthy relationship to talk about it, and for young people to feel comfortable coming forward, so that somehow, someday we can start to break the cycle of domestic violence.